Hello everyone, welcome back, and today I have another disc-detainer lock for you. It's an ABUS bike lock. It's one of these folding locks from the Bordo line. It has an X Plus core. That means it has this disc locking mechanism. If you try turning the disc, it just goes a little bit and then it blocks. But you can just jiggle it a bit, usually. Of course, it doesn't work on camera, right? Yeah, there we go. Okay. And then you have the disc rotated as far clockwise as it goes. The thing with the plus core is that the spaces are very tiny, so the space in between is very thin, so I needed to file down the tip a bit. But besides from that, yeah, it's just a nice lock to pick, especially with the sparrows tool, because all X Plus cores are front tensioning. So let's pick up disc 1. Well, let's get the camera settled first. I think back here is fine. This lock's usually, or this lock in special, usually binds from the back. So I just got these two discs in the gate. Don't know if it's a true gate or not. Probably not, but just how it is. So let's go back. And now I'm just struggling already to get between two discs, because the wafer is just so thin. Oh no, maybe I'm also at the end of this stack. Sorry. Yeah. Super hard to get between the discs sometimes without knocking them out of the gate. Maybe it's actually a zero cut, I don't know. Now also the discs closer to the front bind up and you can feel the gates. So now one should start being able to separate true and false false gates. Like this might be a false gate. That feels better. Also a false gate. Still a false gate, I think. That feels good. Now the discs are binding tightly. That means most of the discs should be fine. Just a few are not in the correct gate. Let's try. So I just counter-rotated with the tensioner just to lift the sidebar and get out of the false gate. Don't worry, there's no trickery. Okay, got it open. Nice. So let's get out the tool. Tricky. Okay. Then you need a few things like a Phillips head screwdriver. Actually, let me just get my pinning mat under here, because there might be a lot of dirt in there. So you unscrew this screw here. Let's put it here. And then you push out this dust cap here carefully, like this. It just slots in there, right? And then you can push the whole lock out like this. Yeah. Okay, here's the actual lock, yeah. And this is the dust cover or the weather protection. Okay. Yeah, I think I will just grab the discs one by one with a tweezer from the top and then show you what's inside. So first is a very thick anti-dual spinner thingy. I'll put that also to the parts, that it doesn't really matter. Then you have this spring here to keep this one, to retain it, I think, mostly. And now you can grab out the core. Let me quickly show you the housing. This is a movement limiter, and here that should be the slot where the sidebar goes. And then you just have here the rotator, which locks the lock, or attenuator or whatever. Yeah, okay. And here's the whole lock thing with this is a mechanism that prevents you from turning the disc in the beginning. It slots in right into these holes, and yeah, you overcome it like a show with a little jiggle. Here's the sidebar. It's now, oh no, this is actually the sidebar, because this is now sunken in. I think this is just the movement limiter. Yeah, let's get this one out. Okay, or not. And what was the trick to these? I think just with a screwdriver. Yeah, just like that. Yeah. So these two clips hold the pin stack together, basically. I think. Yeah. So this is the disc locking mechanism. The tip of the key pushes these two inside, and then the whole thing can turn. Or you just jiggle it a bit. This is the first disc. This is always a zero cut and a wafer, a spacer. Second disc, third disc. I don't know, can you see actually the false gate on these? I will show in a moment. Now we can get the sidebar out. Okay, and then there's a last special spacer, which is a profile. So yeah, I will show in a moment with all the other discs. And that's the last disc, which, yeah, maybe I can move it like this, so we have just 2 rows. Okay, let's have a look at the discs. So it's an 8-disc lock, and we only had to touch 7 because of a retensioning of the first, right? And the first and the last, they never have false gates. All the others have these tiny false gates here. I don't know if you can see it so good through the camera, but they have these notches, and they really grab onto the sidebar. And this one here, yeah, it's just a bit fiddly to get the picking tip through, but it's not a problem really. And this is one of the spacers, and you can see they are very thin. So this is the thickness here. Your picking tip has to come below that you can move between the discs. Yeah, but I guess that's all on this ABUS Bordo bike lock. So thanks for watching. See you in the next video and have a great day. Bye.